Thank you. Dr. Chandan Mitra.
Mr. Deputy Chairman, sir, needless to point out that I rise to support the new Insurance Laws Amendment Bill 2015. As the preceding speaker, Mr. Rajiv Gowda, has rightly pointed out, that the bill has gone through a lot. It was first moved in 2008 by the previous Finance Minister, Mr. P. Chidambaram. It went to a standing committee which had reservations on some of the major provisions and did not accept what was proposed in the bill. And now we have come a full circle, and the 2008 bill has been polished and streamlined and is here through a select committee of this House.
You were the chairman of that
for
committee.
adoption. Yes, sir. Thank you for reminding me. You were also an esteemed member of that select committee. I must say that actually the next point I wanted to make was to thank the chairman of the Rajya Sabha and all members here for the trust and faith they reposed in the select committee of 15 members, of which many of you are present here. But in many sittings which spanned Delhi and Mumbai, we met almost every stakeholder concerned. And we worked, I think Mr. Deputy Chairman will agree, we worked fairly hard. May not have been able to meet each and every one, but we did gather a cross-section of opinion.
Please, silence, please.
A cross-section of opinion of insurance companies, foreign insurance companies doing business in India, foreign insurance companies waiting to come into India, trade unions of various insurance companies, banks and other financial institutions, individual experts. So in other words, Mr. Chairman, I would like the members to know that this report of the Select Committee, painstakingly prepared by the Rajya Sabha Secretariat under our guidance, is a very composite and comprehensive document which incorporates a whole plethora of views, some of them conflicting views. And in the Select Committee too, we had differences of opinion, some ideological, some procedural, and that also enriched the report of the Select Committee. Because even the members who have since submitted notes of dissent enriched the discussion by making very, very important and valuable points which have brought out the diversities. And at the same time, we have tried to narrow down all those diverse opinions at whole and present a report which I am very happy to note that the government has accepted in full. And the bill that is before you represents all the work that we have done in the Select Committee, and the government has accepted it. I am grateful and thankful to the government for appreciating our report. Sir,
Please, silence, please.
There is not much to be said on this. I am very happy that Mr. Rajiv Gowda has already outlined all the major things and all the benefits that this bill proposes to bring. You see, there was a big debate as to why we need to raise the FDI cap at all. Has enough money come into the insurance sector as a result of the 26% FDI that was allowed? Has penetration increased? Have people really benefited? So these were issues that were obviously raised, and we have tried our best in the Select Committee report to address it, and these things stand as a document of Parliament before us. Sir, let me tell you, sir, why it is felt that this bill, if it becomes law, will have a significant...
When it becomes law.
When it becomes law, hopefully this evening in this house and awaiting Honorable President's assent. Yes, Honorable members, both been Honorable members of our Select Committee, so you can understand their enthusiasm to see that the bill is quickly passed. Sir, as I was saying, that what are the benefits? You know, I'm not going to go into each and every point, but just on one issue of healthcare. On the issue of healthcare, this country has a serious problem. India is, as it is, an underinsured country. But more seriously, nothing illustrates this than the underinsurance in the healthcare sector. So the facts are startling. The IRDA has done a lot of research on this, and I quote their findings. About 4% of India's GDP, or about 3 lakh crore in a year, is spent on healthcare, out of which health insurance is about 20,000 crore, which means that the remaining 2,80,000 crore is accounted by personal expenses of the citizens of this country. You see the discrepancy. In a country as poor as India, you have 2,80,000 crore being spent by individual citizens to look after themselves and their families because there is no healthcare cover. The NDA government under Prime Minister Narendra Modi is trying to rectify the situation with all the accident insurance and other low-cost insurance schemes that have just been introduced, but it will take a long time. And there is a limit to how much the government alone can cover or should cover. But unless the healthcare sector is adequately funded, I don't think that it will be possible to fill this crucial gap. Sir, so what is the advantage of increasing the FDI from 26 to 49, as I was saying? You know, in terms of when FDI was first allowed, the premium in terms of size of the industry was very low, at rupees 19,513 crore in 2000, when the sector was opened up. However, the industry has grown from that in the last 14 years with the infusion of capital, and foreign capital now stands at 3,64,420 crore of premium is being collected now from people. The sector has grown.
It did not come from abroad.
No, it has come from both, because new companies are there, new products are there. And I am outlining all that. You see,
Yes. Please proceed.
sir, I would request members not to disturb.
Please don't disturb.
Everything is there in the report.
Okay. Please proceed.
बाहर से नहीं आता तो देश के अंदर से भी नहीं आ रहा है, ये भी देख लीजिए.
Yes, please be silent. No running commentaries, please.
No, I'm sure, sir, they will get their chance.
You proceed, please.
To object. So I think it is not fair to. Sir, according to IRDA projections, now there is a serious need to increase insurance penetration in this country. IRDA hopes that with a GDP growth rate of a modest 7%, not exaggerating, it is very achievable, 7%, then insurance premium penetration can increase to 6% from the present 3.17%. It is very low, as I told you. And general insurance penetration can increase from 0.78% today to 1.21% in the next 5 years. Now, sir, what is the capital required to enable this expansion? To enable this expansion, the life insurance industry over the next 5 years needs 44,500 crore. And the FDI inflows within that would translate to 21,805 crore at 49%. Now, without this 21,805 crore coming in as FDI, we cannot achieve the target of 44,500 crore, which is required by the insurance sector over the next 5 years. So, that is why, sir, the need for increasing the FDI limit, because without increasing the FDI limit, this would not flow into the country. Sir, there are many other points, because you see the issue all along was that has this 26% given us enough? Has enough FDI come? If it hasn't come, why increase the limit? The fact is that 26% was a beginning. Without that, nothing would have happened. And so the UPA government must be complimented for opening the gates so that this FDI started coming in. Now, having come in, I think it is devolved upon all of us, sir, all parties concerned, to now make a clear assessment of what has been the quantum, what is the requirement, and take a composite policy. And this bill reflects that composite policy requirement. I mentioned to you about healthcare. I have to which is a very serious issue. Sir, another point that has often been made, that the Indian insurance industry is perfectly healthy, stable, and an organization like the Life Insurance Corporation has given full support, and we all have faith and trust in the LIC. So what is the need? Why do we need more and more insurance companies to come in? So let me tell you, I think I was quite struck that during the select committee deliberations, the chairman of the Life Insurance Corporation not only stated that he welcomed the increase in the FDI cap, but he pointed out in a written note that because when FDI first came in, that compelled LIC to think of newer and newer policies, methods to garner more premiums and retain their market dominance. Sir, competition often helps older companies and established organizations to remodel themselves. Without the challenge, without infusion of new blood, companies tend to stagnate. We have seen this, particularly in the public sector, to a great extent, happening again and again. So we are all, not everybody, I can't speak on behalf of other members of the Select Committee, but certainly I must tell you that I was very happy when the LIC said that we have no problem about FDI. In fact, we welcome increased FDI, which will actually help us, all of us, provide better services to the people of this country. Sir, the problem of penetration.
Please.
There is a genuine problem of penetration because the rural parts of this country are hardly covered. Now, what is required to cover
Please.
Yes, I'm किसका?
Please let him complete, please.
इस तरह के आक्षेप नहीं करना चाहिए.
Chandan Mitra ji, try to conclude.
नहीं, अभी तो टाइम है.
15 minutes for you. One more speaker from your party. Actually, confined within.
I was talking about rural cover. No, what is required in rural cover? Sir, large parts of India, there is no insurance company office. No, opening up offices, employing agents and others to propagate insurance, that's a costly affair. And that's why despite all the resources at its command, even LIC has not been able to cover the whole of this country. And we are all agreed that rural India and the farmers of India need far more protection than farmers in many other countries of the world. Mr. Rajiv Gowda just mentioned the point that the vagaries of the climate on which our farmers depend have been all the more reason why they require this cover. Sir, general insurance. The general insurance sector in India was totally underdeveloped. General insurance means, other than life and health. So in this area, particularly there is a need to open up the reinsurance sector. So the reinsurance sector in India is almost at its infancy. This bill actually provides for the opening up of the reinsurance sector and allows Lloyd's, the insurance platform of the world, reinsurance platform of the world, to open offices in India and to develop the reinsurance market so that bigger companies can share the risk of general insurance undertaken by any one company. So there are many more points. I'm sure members would have followed this very closely because it has been before us for nearly 7 years. This whole debate is going on. I only want to conclude, since Deputy Chairman is very insistent that I should conclude.
Because the government is insisting to confine the discussion within 2 hours. That is, I think, ruling party.
Vice Chairman, okay. I will. No, I will conclude. I will conclude. We have, we have, as I told you, we have gone through this a lot, and I would urge the members really to go through the select committee report. Many of your doubts and questions, if you still have any, I don't think there should be any, will be clear. I conclude with just one point.
Please.
Very often it has been said that
please.
Why is India opening up its insurance sector so much? I want to tell you why we need to. Just read out a few figures, sir.
Neeraj, please.
The percentage of FDI allowed in insurance sector in other countries. Japan, 100%. South Korea, 100%. Hong Kong, 100%. Vietnam, 100%. United Kingdom, 100%. USA, 100%. Australia, 100%.
Mitra ji, one more speaker from your party.
Sir,
one more speaker from your party.
सर मैं अपने देश की तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ अभी तो हम 49% ही पहुंचे हैं उसको लेके इतना बवाल किया लोगों ने इतने सालों तक लेकिन
प्लीज मित्रा जी प्लीज ट्राई टू कंक्लूड
बोलिए ना
प्लीज ही इज मेकिंग अरविंद जी इज मेकिंग हिज ओन पॉइंट्स
आप जितना मर्जी आप बोलिए वोट कीजिए लेकिन सुन तो लीजिए मुझे ये समझ में नहीं आता कि क्या तरीका हो गया है कि हम दूसरों की सुनेंगे ही नहीं मैं बोला था ऑस्ट्रेलिया तक मॉरिशस तक 100%, इंडोनेशिया 80%, मलेशिया 51%, and members, sir, will be pleased to know that even China is 50%. So it is across the board. It is across the board where foreign direct investment in the insurance sector has been welcomed because it's only through that resources come in. The insurance, not only the insurance market, but other sectors develop. Because in insurance is a long-term gestation factor investment. Insurance companies are able to invest in long-term infrastructure bonds and other development and funds required for the development of this country. So, sir, with this, I can say that I am very proud of the report that has been produced by the select committee, which I had the honor of chairing, and other members were there, and with broad agreement that we have done. And I request the House to unanimously pass this the bill that has been brought by the Minister of State for Finance. Thank you very much.